Garmin nuvi 40. Let's just go to the About screen. Yep. So, nuvi 40, version 4, software version. It's just like the nuvi 50. I bought this for two reasons. One, because this, along with the nuvi 2455 and I guess 2495, is the most legible 4.3, as in diagonal measurement, 4.3 matte screen there is. Actually, three reasons. Second, this has an amazingly bright screen. And third, I actually bought one of these brand new in 2012. And it served me very well for the years that I used it before I bumped up to a nuvi 50, the 5-inch version of this. But this one, it is nice. However, there are a few things about it. Yeah, there's a few things about it that are drawbacks. One, it doesn't show the current street name at the bottom. It's kind of annoying. You can live with it though. The other one, which is annoying, however, is that now I have mine so that you see that automatic thing. Okay, with the nuvi 30, 40, and 50. This doesn't happen on the 42 and 52 and 44 and 54, but it does on these. There's a folder, a system folder called GPS, which has 3 small files in it. And depending on what revision of model that you get with this thing, if it's the older revision, then what happens is that you don't get the automatic. And what that means is that during daylight savings, this is 1 hour off. But when it's on automatic, it is correct. And all you have to do is just copy the file. So, and I do have those files, so I was able to fix this one up because yes, it did have that 1 hour off problem, but it's fixed. And it doesn't have to do with the time zone map, because even if you have the current time zone map, you're still going to get that 1 hour off thing going on with the clock, unless you get those 3 little files and you put them in, which I did, and it works. Ease of use, yeah, really easy to use this. It's just lovely. Big icons, bright screen. I mean, I've already covered this with the nuvi 50, so there's nothing new I can add here. But yeah, it's just, oh yeah, and I do have the latest map in this. Now, it's not an LM, so I had to use not so honest ways of getting the current map in this, which is 2024-1. Yeah, 2024.1 for lower 49 for the United States. Although you can very easily put in OpenStreetMap maps in this. I haven't done that yet, but it is easy. So even if it's not an LM model and you're like, oh, I want modern maps, well, you can go to Open Map Chest and get them. So that's not a big deal. You can do that. Now, it's true with the OpenStreetMap stuff, you lose the speed limit. That's true. And you lose the junction view, but that's not really a big, at least for me, it is not really a big deal. If honestly I could go back to using this now, even with OpenStreetMap, just because I know this unit very well. I put on many miles with the nuvi 40 and a nuvi 50 after that. This is absolutely one of my favorites. I do prefer the 50 just because only because it's a little larger. But this one, if I had to use it, if I had to go back to using this, I honestly wouldn't complain. I'd say, okay, yeah, I know this thing. I know how it works. Fantastic unit. Oh, and the last thing I'll point out, yeah, I have these extra fields here, which you can configure to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things when navigating. When you're not navigating like this, you just get 4.3, which, you know, that's fine, whatever. Oh, yeah, and you can turn that off. So I can go to settings, map, info. I'm sorry, no, wrong. Settings, map, down. Go to standard. And then you get full screen. And you can adjust the field from this one field instead of having 3 adjustable fields over there. I'm glad to have this though. Oh, one final thing I will say, one final is that it's up here, you can't see it, but the power button only on the nuvi 40, only on that specific model. Now I happen to get one where the power button is in perfect shape, but it is a known thing with this specific model, not the 50, not the 30, just the 40, where the power button can crack off just because of the plastics that were used. It's still usable. Even if the power button cracks off, you can put in a pen or a pencil and just tap the little thing there and it will turn on. But you do got to watch out when getting one of these. And fortunately, the one that I have, the power button is absolutely good, so I'm good there. So if you do happen to be shopping around for one of these, bear that in mind. Also bear in mind that if you do like the 4.3-inch form factor, if you get the nuvi 42 or 44, that has a slightly different case design with a much better power button on it that will not crack off. So, word to the wise, nuvi 40, glad to have it. Or should I say, I'm glad to have it back. I just like having it.